Holy cow.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff going on over there. Hello. Cellular. In case we like.
Anita says, hello, everyone. I hope Marty okay. Marty and the captain are fine. Marty's being a nurse. Really been the nurse. Stacy, Stacy?
Oh, this isn't a good sign if what I'm seeing is accurate. Are we like lagging real bad? Because.
Oh, great. Hold on. Are we back?
We might be back.
Yeah, we're back. All right.
I don't know what all this kind of stuff may be causing problems too. It's like all kinds of stuff. Update complete. Let me close some. I don't know why there's all these things open, but that may have probably didn't help the problem. Hopefully we'll be clear now.
Okay.
We shall see.
So let's see here. There's Jennifer. I don't know what we've missed, so I'm just going to click on it all again.
Okay.
Hey there, Les. And hi, Viviana. Welcome. There's Ed. Hey, Ed.
Hello.
Les says, hope all is well. Oh, we've got a fun story. We'll share it. Viviana said there's lag. Everybody's saying choppy, laggy. Yeah.
I think that's past
we've got
now.
it. I think we're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it could be our internet, but also like apparently things were updating. Like there were 5 things open with like that were orange, So anyway, we're here. I didn't think we'd be live tonight.
I didn't either.
I wasn't even sure if both of us would be alive tonight, but we are. So you want to tell them what's transpired?
So we weren't on last week, right? So they don't know anything.
No, because that was because it was the 4th of July.
Right. But so I've had some back issues that have over the last week increasingly gotten much worse, to the point where I wasn't walking or moving at all, and it was really, really bad. I'm walking now a little bit. I've been to the doctor. I've been given some medication. I have an MRI tomorrow. It's a herniated disc, sciatica, as far as we know. So we'll see. That's the really short version.
Yeah. So that's why Marty is the nurse in the thumbnail. I think she's on the mend.
I mean, I've been walking a little bit today.
This is way better than it's been because she hasn't been able to get out of bed. So it's been real bad. Nope. She's sleeping on the spare bed because it's hard. So yeah, it's been a little rough, but we're getting by. The lizards think we've left them. I mean, they do get fed every day, but normally they're sitting in the living room with us, and we're in the other room. Now we're in the regular room. This is the first time
I'm going to
Kimber's
let you do the mouse so that my hand's not stretched across.
been outside of that bedroom for any prolonged period of time. So yeah. So I'm going to go on the assumption that we're back, and yeah, we're going to have to get this fixed. Keep doing streams, and this happens constantly. I'll try and click on the thing again, although that's what I did when it all crashed. Gina feels her pain. She pretty much has all those. Oh, now it's jumping. Ouch, I'm sorry to hear this. Anita says, I'm so sorry. Feel better, my sweet girl. Hope you feel better. And then we froze. And then Les said, ouchie internet. Viviana, hope it gets better soon. Yeah, like as bad as I was, Viviana kind of knows how bad I was. Well, I don't know if she knows completely how bad I was, but
she saw you a little bit during that time.
Yeah, but she didn't see me like not be able to walk
Yeah.
So now it's Kimber's turn apparently.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
It's been an experience that I never. I mean, it's not over, but I never want to do this again. It was like a big victory that I walked to the bathroom by myself.
So, what else? What else you got? Anything else you got?
Hi, Todd.
Hello, Todd.
I don't know what else I've got. What else do you have?
Well, so we launched the Etsy. We've got some stuff. You guys will get to see. It occurred to me, so maybe this will be a regular thing. You'll get to see some prototypes, some early designs before they're released, and I've got some of those because.
We should talk about that. So we posted that on Monday. No, 2 Mondays ago, but we haven't been live since then.
Weren't we live since the Etsy shop?
No, because we went live the Monday before.
Oh, okay. Well, we made an Etsy shop.
Yeah.
It's got some things on it, but not as many as I wanted because things got delayed. But I did get to make some stuff. But these are all prototypes, and some of it I'm working on for very, very, very soon. I was hoping to already have it released, and some of it is for Halloween stuff. So here is let's see if this is a prototype for probably a pin or something. This is a sea snake called the yellow-bellied sea snake. That's my goal, is to make like a mixed of things. One of the things that I want us to be known for is making stuff, earrings, pins, magnets, whatever, with these animals that like you wouldn't normally have, people wouldn't normally make. This is a very niche thing, yellow-bellied sea snakes. But if you're into yellow-bellied sea snakes and you saw this, you would have to buy it. Like if I saw this, I would have to buy it because I love sea snakes, and that's my favorite species of sea snake. And same with this thing. Does anybody know what this is? Could be a Halloween thing too. And I've been doing them in multiple sizes, experimenting for like different things, earrings and stuff. And also I bought with Amazon Prime, I got some glow in the dark paint, which I'm going to paint the eyes of this to glow in the dark, because this is a bioluminescent species of animal here. But I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm going to see if anybody knows what this thing is. Does anybody know what kind of animal this is? Let's see. Aging gracefully is a myth. That's what Les says. Viviana says, I had sciatica pain and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It seems like it's more than just that. Sorry you're going through this.
Thank you.
Les said, I'll buy the squid, but not so much the snake. At least it looks like a squid. It is, I will say this, Les. Its common name does include the word squid. Technically, it is not a squid, but its common name does include the term squid. I'll tell you its Latin name. It is, you know its Latin name? Okay. Vampirotuthus infernalis. That is the Latin name of this animal. That's like one of the coolest.
That's a really cool.
That's like one of the
name.
coolest scientific names
Yeah.
there is. And it really means, well, what this is and a little bit more. But yes, Vampirotuthus infernalis. So now you can Google it if you're not sure.
Viviana said exclusive previews.
That's right. That's right. And while you're fiddling with that, here's another thing I made just for fun. I was experimenting with a little piranha.
I like him.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, when I make things too small, the details get lost. So I've got to like experiment with line thickness and stuff, because obviously this. Well, I mean, I guess this could be a dangly. Yeah, there we go. A dangly. Dang it! Oh, everything's backwards. A dangly earring, right?
I wonder if you could do it where it looks like it's eating your ear.
I probably could. I probably could do that.
You know what? We could even put the stud right on its mouth.
It wouldn't be too big as a pin. It's kind of big for a pin, but not.
Put the stud like right on its mouth.
There you go. Yeah.
Look, I can't figure the direction.
It's weird. Dragon Mark design.
You don't even.
It's Dragon, right?
It is.
Dragon Mark. Oh, we might be back. In a quick. We're back. We were back. Crap.
Huh.
Yeah. Dragon design. Look at Nancy. Facebook. We've got Instagram. Kimbra's active with.
Trying. Not doing it well. I'm probably not doing it. I'm trying.
We got a cool and that's what, but he said Stacy squid. So he said what?
A couple of them said squid.
Yeah, but it's not just squid. There's something else. There's another word there. And then the Halloween designs. Now these are not finished paint jobs, so just know that going into it. But this could be an earring or a pin. This one's the closest to finished paint job, but I need to. I'm still modifying my technique there. This one is not finished paint job, but you can kind of see it. Let's see if I can get it to there. You know, this is my sort of what's his face? Who's the Nightmare Before Christmas?
Jack Skellington.
Edward Scissorhands. The guy that does all that stuff. I can't think of his name.
Tim
Burton. Yeah, that's my Tim Burton pumpkin. Here's another one. This one's got little bits cut out, like so did the last one. Just the eyes, though. And then we've got this guy here. So these will be earrings, maybe pins, maybe bigger magnets. Here's another one. here. Ooh. There's another one with a human eye. That's creepy. So I've got that, and then I've got a little Edgar Allan Poe, which could be. This is pretty big for it. Well, like I said, it could be an earring, I guess. Why can't I do this? Why can't I just get this right?
I
Like
know.
like so.
It's a little big for me for an earring, but
I've made smaller ones. I just have to simplify the design. Small for like maybe this could be, I think, or angly earring. They'll probably angly earrings. I think this is too big. Stud. Oh, I did see people wear stud earrings. I don't know. Your earring your because I don't really know. Just Googled it. Cool creature. But what is it called, Jennifer? You Googled it. That's all right. Nobody else has said it. Vampiroteuthis infernalis. The blank squid. And then my final designs, and I've done these in multiple colors. I'm not exactly sure. These will be earrings, maybe some more things, but they are just candy corns with faces. Let's see if I get it. Okay, all right. And then I've got this one here, and I've got this one right here. So those are your sneak peeks right there. It's a unique cephalopod. Called the vampire. It is not a. It is an octopus. It's a cephalopod. It's just it's in Vampiroteuthis really trans into Vampiroteuthis is higher squid. Teuthis is squid. Infernalis is from hell. This is the vampire squid from hell, which is ironic, really, because this animal only gets about this big, and they live in a deep zone where there is hardly any oxygen at all. So little oxygen that most animals cannot survive in this area, but they can because they just hang there, and they don't have suction cups. They have spikes, but they don't spike anything. In fact, they don't eat blood. They have a thin little filament that comes out that's sticky, and there's something called marine snow, which is just a fancy way of saying dead, decomposing crap that's sinking to the bottom, and it sticks to its filament, and then it pulls it in, and that's what they eat. So they're like marine snow scavengers, super slow metabolism. Um, they're actually black with red eyes. The reason I painted it like this is because every video and photograph you ever see of these, they are red with blue eyes. And the reason for that with lighting and photography. But if you see an actual one in person, they're black with red eyes, which is where the name vampire from hell came from. So there you go. The more you know, right? Yeah, those would be cute to wear on our Halloween cruise in October. Just saying, I might need some. Well, we can hook you up. We can hook you up, Anita. But yeah, I have some other things planned. I tried to make something called the Blue Dragon Sea Slug, which is really cool, and our logo is kind of based off of a blue dragon. Are you okay?
yeah.
Because we have the blue diode laser, and we like dragons. But my design thus far has not been super successful. I'm not happy with it. I'm not even happy enough with it to show you the heard of one that I think I've ever that lived longer than 2 years. So let's see if we up there. I don't know if that came through or not. So probably 2 years or less. Oh, it still looks like garbage. Whoa. This is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Viviana says 8 years. So did you look that up? Is that what it said? Because I don't know what their lifespan is, but I've never heard of a cephalopod that lived over 2 years, but I haven't looked up the lifespan of all the cephalopods. But I know like they think giant squid only live 2 years. Giant Pacific octopus lived 2 years. I mean, you might get one that goes to 3. But they might live longer because when you have an animal that has such a slow metabolism, sometimes that will stretch their lifespan out. So if you Googled it and said 8 years, I believe you. I haven't actually looked that up. I don't know if we know, but if you found it, then we probably do. Because they were discovered, I want to say in the 90s, but I'm not positive about that either. So, yeah. But an 8-year-old cephalopod would be like a 400-year-old human. Like, not necessarily for that species, but like compared to the other cephalopods. So yeah, maybe cut the live short to give Kimbra's back a break. Yeah, we may do that if she starts hurting. Then we will call it. I didn't think we'd even go live. I was at work today, and I'm like, "Do you want me to cancel the live?" And she said, "No, I can just be in the background. You can just do it, and I'll just be in the chat." And then she said, "Oh, I can just be in the background, but just on the microphone," because she hadn't been able to shower or anything. And I was like, "Well, we don't have to do the live." And she's like, "No, I need to do that. I need the distraction. We haven't been live last weekend." So she wanted to go live. So here we are.
Here we are.
Stacy says lots of wine.
Yeah, not with my medication.
Probably not with her meds.
I got some wild meds.
That might kill her. So we don't want to do that.
But I'll happily go out for some mead once this is all gone, Viviana. Or whoever wants to go out for mead.
Yeah, and I could use one as well. Vampire squids are believed to have a relatively long lifespan compared to other squids or octopuses, potentially living up to 8 years or more. That's really cool. So you just taught me something about cephalopods, Viviana. That's exciting. So that's really cool. We do have a squid biologist that works at the aquarium sometimes. She's a professor at USF, and I usually pick her brain. She actually brought us a specimen of vampire squid that she collected from, I think, from the Gulf. So I'll have to talk to her about that. I'll have to ask her about that. But that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. It's hard to age animals like that, and obviously you're not going to follow one's lifespan when they live so deep. But there are sometimes ways to tell ages, like Greenland sharks potentially live 400 years. We know that because we can carbon date the lens of their eye, and carbon dating on that in that time scale is super accurate. But it gives us a plus or minus of like 130 years. So the middle of that, I believe, is 400. So most people will say that they can potentially live up to 400 years, which, if that is accurate, and it might be that they only live to 270, but that makes them the oldest living vertebrate alive today that we know.
What are you talking about? Because I wasn't listening.
Greenland sharks.
That's what I thought, but I didn't hear you say that.
So even if it's at the younger age of that, like 130 years minus 400, which is 300, that's 270, right?
Mm-hmm.
that may not make them the oldest vertebrate at that point. I think it still would though, because
No.
I think that
Galapagos tortoise.
yeah, I think the next in line would be one of the giant tortoise species, and those I want to say 150 ish is the longest confirmed. Although I think people speculate maybe they could come close to 200. So yeah, yeah, I think she's saying yes, please. So I haven't been drinking. I've needed a few drinks, but I'm having a Bundaberg and Bushmills, which is kind of my version of a ginger and Jameson, because Bundaberg is ginger ale, or this Bundaberg is ginger ale, and Bushmills is Irish whiskey. So I put some habanero bitters, thank you, on there. So Jennifer says, Kimber, get better soon. I can see the pain in your face. Thank you for being here tonight. Get some rest and take care. Yes,
Thank you.
She has been, and let me just tell you, it is not easy to watch somebody, especially somebody that you love, in pain and not be able to do anything about it. It is really hard.
We've had very many moments where I'm like just sitting in an awkward position, uncomfortable, and he's like, I don't know how to help, and I'm like, I don't know how to help either.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
like there's no way to help. It's literally just sit here and hope that it passes enough that I can move into the next position.
It's not a good feeling, though. I can tell you that, as I'm sure many of you know. Did anybody do anything cool Amazon stuff this week?
For it?
I think it might be.
I haven't bought anything.
Really? You haven't bought anything? Usually you're the one that buys stuff more than me. I bought some stuff. I got the glow-in-the-dark paint.
I know.
I got more wood for laser cutting. I got a pizza cutter. It's like a little...
I bought a pill cutter.
You bought a pill? Was it a Prime deal though?
It was. It was a Prime deal.
And then I thought that was it. But then today I went a little crazy. And Viviana, if you're still here, you'll appreciate this. I spent like $70 on Dungeons and Dragons books, and that I actually got, what was it, like 6 or 7 books?
Yeah, you named
for that.
Some.
They're almost all books to help you run games. So they're like tables of things that you can roll to figure out, and just concepts for playing games and like ideas, most of them. And then one of them is a drink recipe called Puncheons and Flagons, which are mocktails and cocktails in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, which is...
it's got mocktails too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's
fun.
got mocktails too. So, because one of the things that I like to do...
So I could have something out of there right now while I'm on my medication.
Yes, you could if we had it, but it won't get here till Sunday.
Yeah, but we're not playing this weekend.
That's true. But, yeah, so I like to send them to taverns and stuff and make up fun food and drinks, and they try it, and then we roll the dice, see how they feel about it. So we shall see. Yeah, what else did you guys, what did other people buy besides me? Stacey says, I bought a few things, but nothing cool. Okay, well, I mean, sometimes practical's good too.
Well, maybe after this, I'll go get some filament, because that's what I was planning to get.
You did get filament.
That's true. So in order to get my pill cutter yesterday, I had to spend, $25. So I did buy some filament as well. It was filament that I'd looked at before, but it was like the first thing that popped up, and I was like, fine, I'll get that one. It's rainbow. It's pretty.
Oh, is it?
Did you see it?
Mm-mm. I just saw the box. Prime Day ends tonight. Viviana bought pants.
Okay.
Okay. Anita said, surprisingly, I didn't buy anything. That's okay though. That's all right. Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, you can show them.
Okay.
It's rainbow.
Rainbow filament. That's cool.
Maybe I'll make like a unicorn or something.
It kind of looks like something a unicorn left behind in that picture. Here's something that's kind of fun and animal related. There is a new I wouldn't call it a documentary, but it's got elements of a documentary, but it's more of a reality show, I say, with a bad taste in the back of my throat. Um, but it is called All the Sharks.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, yes. And we know the producer. So
isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
I've met and talked to a producer of a Netflix show.
And what's really cool about this show is basically the gist of it is was it 5 teams? We've only watched the first episode.
4 teams.
Yes,
they had 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place.
But there's the British team, there's the Shark Docs, there's the
Gills Gone
Wild,
and the other shark something.
Oh, there's only 4? Are there only 4? Okay.
Anyway, 4. Remember, he was like, "All right, and in 4th place we had these guys, and then in 3rd place these guys."
So it's called All the Sharks, and what's cool about it is that these are all people that work in the field of either they're marine biologists or they're conservationists, or they're not just like Joe Blow off the street. They all are this, like they do things related to sharks or similar species as their career, and whoever wins, whichever team wins, gets $50,000, but that $50,000 goes to the marine conservation organization of their choice. But it's so no matter who wins, $50,000 is going to a marine conservation organization. But the guy that made it, his goal, because he's done Shark Week shows, and you guys know how I feel about Shark Week. His goal was to make what he calls a predator positive show. So far, this has been pretty accurate to what he described it as. They're not dramatizing. Is that the word I'm looking for? They're not making the sharks out to be these big scary monsters. They are looking at the sharks as just these amazing animals, and they're treating them cautiously, as you should, but they're not just chumming the water and watching, although they did kind of get to that in the first episode a little bit, but they're actually going out and trying to find sharks and get pictures of them. So they get points for the pictures they take of sharks, and the rarer the shark species, the more points it's worth. And they consider rays sharks, which is a taxonomy thing, which I went down a rabbit hole with after watching that show. But anyway, so next episode, I don't know, there's like 5 episodes, 6 episodes, I don't know. But a team will get eliminated, so it's kind of like that. But I know from listening to him talk about it, because he was on a podcast. We met him at the International Herpetological Society because he's the president of that. But then I also heard him talking about it on a podcast, and I think he said 40. They found 46 different species of sharks. They're traveling to different places around the world.
In the first episode, it was 6, right? They found 6 different species in the first episode alone.
Well, they found white tips, tigers, thresher,
they didn't
silver
Thresher
tip
wasn't counted.
Oh, was it?
Because they didn't get a picture.
Oh, okay. Silver tip. Well, that's only 3 then if you don't count the thresher.
And tiger, black tip, white tip, silver tip, manta.
Oh, manta. Yeah, they counted a manta, an oceanic manta.
Maybe they did count the thresher.
I think they counted as a species they saw.
But they didn't get a picture of it.
Nobody got points. But
it was cool. It jumped up out of the water.
Yeah, they had video footage of it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he said some interesting things, because you guys, if you've been following me and Kimbra, or you follow the Cruise Geeks, you've heard us review Shark Week and, give our opinions of it, which are not all that positive based on what Shark Week is or has become. But he made an interesting point that made me kind of rethink my perspective of Shark Week. I still don't like most of what Shark Week is, but when we did the reviews, there was some good in it. And he made a comment because the podcast he was on, our snake scientist, and the one guy who I like a lot because he wrote the book on water cobras, he doesn't like Shark Week for the same reasons I don't like Shark Week. And this guy that did the video, like he, definitely has issues with some of that sensationalization and non-conservation stuff. But his point was that like complaining about the shows that you don't like or boycotting the shows you don't like doesn't do any good because there's an audience for like stupid people doing stupid things with sharks. That's going to sell. So his suggestion was push things you do like instead of complaining about things you don't like and get those more airtime so that there's more of that. I thought that's valid. I think that's valid. And so, hopefully this will be successful because he wants to do one like this on snakes next because that's what he's really into. He's into a family of snakes. I'm going to go down taxonomy. Water snakes, but not like North American water snakes. He likes those too. But
read some of your comments.
Oh, because they're not popping up there?
Because they're not popping up there.
Let's see. That's cool. Let's name it again. The name of it again. I probably said it since then, but All the Sharks. If you go on Netflix right now, and it'll pop up pretty easily. But All the Sharks. Air Force Les says, "LOL. I added that show to my Netflix. My stuff. Cool. Yeah, support it. Support him. He's a good guy. He does a lot of reptile conservation. Yeah, he's a really good person, and I want the show to be successful because we need positive representations of these animals that don't deserve to be villainized." Did you get any green for the frog toilet paper holder dispenser?
No, I'll look for green.
Both Viviana and our friend Steve sent Kimbra like 3D print picture of this frog that it's like a toilet paper dispenser and the toilet paper comes out the mouth of the frog. So interesting. Well, there's all the rum gone. Anyway, there you go. Like I said, we watched the first episode tonight, and I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big reality guy. I don't really like reality shows very much, and this definitely has a reality show feel to it. But I did enjoy it because it was interesting because they were using their scientific knowledge to try and have the best opportunity to find sharks. Basically, they were all in the same general location, but they had the ability to take their boats to different parts of the island place that they were. And they could go deep water, shallow water, whatever they wanted to see get the best opportunity to find shark species. And they could either go for the easy, because like where they were, tiger sharks are like everywhere. So they weren't worth a lot of points, but some of them racked up a lot of points because they saw a lot of tiger sharks. You get points for every picture you get of the animals. Anyway, she's looking up green filament. So
sorry. You're entertaining them with sharks, so I figured I'd look at some filament.
But that's what we got going on. Tomorrow I'm taking Kimber to get an MRI, which amazingly our insurance is covering. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it was...
Do you know what the copay is on it, though?
$200.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
which
it's cheaper than the MRI would be.
Yeah. I called my mom, and she said, there's probably a copay. I said, yeah, it's $200. And she said, oh, that's really good. When we had to get it, it was like over $1,000. And I'm
well, that's probably not a copay. That's what it costs. Like when I was going to do the MRI, when they wanted me to get an MRI, and they just switched our insurance, and our insurance was like, nope, you can't have an MRI unless you go through all this physical therapy. And the MRI place was like, well, you could just pay for it, and it was going to be like $800 or $900, I think, somewhere between $700 and $900
Yeah.
was the fee for the MRI. So $1,000 is not a copay. That's like what it costs.
I don't know. My mom said
So
that's specifically what she asked. She asked me about the copay.
I think when I had an MRI
I
done
don't know.
years and years ago, I think the copay, and that was good insurance I had at the Science Center. I think it was $200. So that's, yeah.
It was shocking when they called. So yesterday they called to set it up, and they said, oh, we don't do it more than or less than a week out. So it was scheduled for next Thursday. And then she called today and said, so your MRI was approved, so we can move it up if you want. And I said, what?
Yeah.
That it went through insurance?
We were so sure it was going to be not approved. And even the orthopedic surgeon was like, look, if it doesn't get approved, because a lot of times it doesn't, I've got a physical therapist in Brooksville, which is a little bit of a drive for us, but if you see her a couple times, she'll get you through. So that was what I thought we were going to be doing. I thought we're going to be going to Brooksville.
So does that mean I don't need to set up the physical therapy?
Yeah. Now you may want. You may need to get physical therapy,
but I don't need to do it with her.
But you don't need to go to Brooksville and see her. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can set it up for like Plant City physical therapy or something like that.
I didn't think about that because I called her back, but I think I called her back before the MRI.
Yeah.
Thing. Anyway, I've been talking to a lot of doctor-y people. I do not like going to that doc. Oh, we should tell them about that experience. The clinic.
Yeah. Well,
so
Stacy says, hang on. Stacy said, Anita said, that's good. It's covered. Hope it gives you the answers you need to get the game plan on how to start getting you on the road to recovery. And Stacy said, I hope you're able to get it fixed quicker than Gina. She's been dealing with hers for several years and multiple doctors. So,
that's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, not good.
I don't know what I was going to say.
You were talking about
Oh yeah, I don't like going to doctors.
Your urgent care appointment.
There's many times that my mom and my coworkers are like, you should go to the doctor. I'm like, I don't like going to doctors. So last week when it was getting to the point where it was kind of hard to walk, I went to like an urgent care place, and it was an absolute horrendous experience. Yeah. And if you want to know what it is, I'll let Matt share that story. Talking about it just brings up bad memories.
Do you want me to talk about it?
If you want to.
You want me to tell them what happened? So this is the same place they sent me when they told me I was having a stroke, which I wasn't having a stroke. But they sent me from one urgent care to the other because they have a CAT scan and stuff like that. So
which is why I chose to go to this place, because I knew I'd probably need like X-rays or CAT scan, and this was a place that I knew had that equipment.
And we had a mostly positive experience there. I didn't love some of the way that the doctor said things that was there, but whatever, I can deal with that. So we went there thinking this is the place to go. And we got there at like 3:30 in the afternoon.
3 o'clock was the appointment.
Oh, 3 o'clock. We got there at 3 o'clock. They got us right in. Like we didn't even sit in the waiting room.
No, she was like, we started to go around to a seat and she said, no, sit right there. I'm taking you right back.
Yep. So we pretty much went right back. And at this point, Kimber was still able to walk. She was in enough pain to go to the doctor. So it was bad. So they came in, and the nurse, he like was asking her where it hurt and which side. He was very crude. He was very like kind of dude bro. He saw we had aquarium shirts on. He was like trying to brown nose us to get free aquarium passes, which was kind of crappy. But if you would have been cool about it, we don't have passes. We used to have that. We don't have it anymore. But so that was kind of a bad experience, but whatever. He's just kind of a tool. So then the doctor in, and the doctor came in.
That was the doctor.
And she sent her off to get the CAT scan. So she got the CAT scan, and she, at that point, laying on her back, super painful. had to lay on her back for the CAT scan, and like it took a long time, and the person was like done and didn't tell her she could get up. So anyway, I think they're making it worse. She comes back in, and the doctor had said, "Look, this is probably a back thing, but because Kimber's on birth control pills, it could be blood clot, likely, but it clot." So like we're going to ultrasound. One person sounds in 3 different clinics. So it'll be in about 30 minutes. This is before she did the CAT scan. We're like, well, yeah, we'll come out again at that point. So Kimber comes CAT scan. In there, it's cold, and we're sitting there waiting. How long we waited? 45 minutes or more. And then the doctor comes in with the nurse, and then this other lady. Look, it's really busy, and the ultrasound lady is going to be an hour out from now. So we're not going to do the ultrasound. Instead, we're going to do a blood test, and hopefully that'll tell us if you have any blood clots. Okay. All right, whatever. So the phlebotomist, I'm going to call her a phlebotomist because that's what she did, I think, that was her job, I guess, was to draw blood. I kind of hope not. But, and this nurse, the tool, they're in there. So he makes a comment. Don't worry, she's done 100 of these because she's brand freaking new. She's nervous. He's trying to show her his way of doing things, and that's just making her more nervous. It's apparent that this is happening. All right, so she tourniquets Kimbra. She's looking for the vein. She can't find the vein. Kimber's like, every time I get blood, they find the vein, like really easily. The guy's like, it's right there, it's right there. So she starts to stick the needle in. He's like, no. No. So Kimber's hearing all this because she's not.
I can't look at it. So I'm looking away.
I'm
just hearing it.
I'm sitting right next to her going, what the hell is happening right now? So eventually she sticks the needle in, blood goes right into the little syringe thing, which I'm like, okay, we're good now, right? We're good. That's good. She found the vein. She got the blood. Then she goes to take the needle out, and he's like on her, like, and she's like freaking out. She like, at one point she like flicks the needle, and it's like, but I guess Kimber didn't notice that. But I was like,
I think there was so much else happening.
You were just, yeah.
I was just like, can you finish this?
Yeah. So then she starts to undo the tourniquet. She hasn't taken the needle out, and the guy's like, no, don't do that. So then she's really nervous. She takes the needle out. She didn't undo the tourniquet. She takes the needle out, and blood just, and I'm like, oh no, it's going to drip on her pants. Well, it didn't just drip on her pants. She looked like a murder scene. Like, I mean, there was a puddle of blood this big on her leg with spots all over.
I have a picture of it. I took a picture just in case I needed it.
And Lily's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And then they both leave. So now Kimber's sitting here with, this is, if you don't want to see blood, don't look away. But yeah, that's the blood on her only pair of work pants that she has. So the phlebotomist puts the flow in phlebotomist. She comes back in and she's like, I'm so sorry. Like she felt horrible, I'm sure.
But when she left, like she didn't say anything.
No.
Like both of them just walked out of the room.
They were just like, ugh.
And I'm like, really?
So she's like, don't worry, it's going to come out. I'm going to get hydrogen peroxide and it'll come out. So she gives Kimbra like washcloth soaked in hydrogen peroxide. Kimbra dabs it on her leg. And it did come out. Okay. She was right. That works. But now Kimbra is in this cold room. She's in pain. She's got wet pants and she's in pain and it's freezing. Now we've been for like, an hour, and then it's still ticking. Nobody comes in. Then eventually comes an ultrasound lady. Remember, we weren't doing the ultrasound? Oh, I'm here for your ultrasound. So, okay, I guess. So they get Kimbra on the table. Kimbra, again, laying out like that at that point in time was like really, really super painful for her. And she's making her do all these things and stretch out and stuff. And she's ultrasounding. And we know it's the back. I understand. They got to be sure. Like, I get that. But she does all that. Now Kimbra's in like excruciating pain. And then eventually we wait a little bit longer. The doctor comes back in. Well, no, first douchebag nurse comes back in to get her vitals. He hadn't been back in since the incident. So he gets her vitals again. And he made a comment too when the blood thing was happening, like something like, "Oh, I could give you a deal if you give me a Florida aquarium pass." I'm like, even if I had one, I wouldn't give you one now, you douchebag. So anyway, so now the doctor comes back in and she's like, "Okay, well, your ultrasound came back completely fine. Everything's good there." We're like, "Okay, yeah, we knew that. Your CAT scan shows you've got a really, really big herniated disc. So why have we been here for 3 and aggravation?" Oh, I think we're back.
Oh yeah, and our comments came back too.
So yes. So anyway, that's the last time we'll be going to that facility. And they sent her home with a muscle relaxer, a prednisone steroid pack, and they told her to take ibuprofen, which her coworker, when we told her that, she was like, "You're not supposed to take ibuprofen with prednisone." And we Googled it, and that's what it says. You're not supposed to take ibuprofen with prednisone. So maybe doctors can okay it. I don't know. But that's what they told her to do. And the Google didn't say unless your doctor recommends. It was just like, this is a really bad idea. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor. I hope to trust what the doctors tell me. Yeah. So then we came home and she took her meds and they didn't really help at all. We stupidly took her to work on Monday, which was a bad idea. And then Tuesday, we tried it again. And then we left early Tuesday because it was obvious at that point it was a bad idea. We debated going to the ER, but talking to one of our coworkers who's dealt with this, he's like, that's not really the solution you need. He told her she needs to go home and just lay on a heat pad and just wait till her muscles stop contracting. She went to a chiropractor. Her coworker, his nephew, is a chiropractor, and he agreed to see her. And if he couldn't help her, he wouldn't charge her, which he didn't, but because he couldn't help her because her muscles were too contracted. And he gave her a brace that kind of helped a little bit, but she came home and just stayed on her back. And then now we are here. So that was our nightmare healthcare story. Yay, healthcare.
It's been quite a week.
Viviana says, why did he stop her from taking the tourniquet off? That's the first thing they're supposed to do as the blood starts flowing. Well, I think because if they would have taken the tourniquet off, the blood would have flowed. Like she hadn't taken the needle out yet. So the blood flow would have like went, like it would have been spurting out, I think. Hello there, Lorraine. Lorraine says, listening but cooking dinner.
What's some of this other stuff? There's lots of stuff. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things.
Oh.
Okay.
Green, we saw that. Good, it's covered, we saw that. Hope you guys, we saw that. I hope you're able to get it. Yeah, so that an MRI scan in Tampa, Florida, without insurance can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s. So I guess it depends on the type of MRI.
Oh, she said correction to say with insurance.
Oh, with insurance, yes.
Okay.
So the one they were going to do for me, they were going to do without insurance. It was like somewhere between $700 and $900. I don't remember what it was, but it was in that range. And I said, no, sir.
See, Les says, sad our healthcare system has so many issues. Yeah.
Sounds like a murder mystery. Yeah. There was almost a murder.
Okay.
Anyway.
With a herniated disc, don't let a chiropractor twist you. No,
Yeah.
he was very good. He was he didn't do anything that caused me any kind of pain. He was just willing to try something. Yeah. He was, yeah, it was not a bad experience. And when he did something and it hurt, he just stopped and said, I can't help you.
Yeah. I'm not personally a big fan of chiropractics, but I was on an outreach and she was going to the ER, and then she called me and said she went to a chiropractor, and I just held my tongue, and turned out to be okay. But yeah. So
I saved myself however much it costs to go to the ER.
You did. And he did give you good advice.
He did. He was super nice. He's got all kinds of little like spine models and stuff, and he like actually explained, because the urgent care place just gave me a piece of paper and was like, you have a herniated disc, and out we go. And I'm like, okay, one, I don't really know what that means. Yeah, I don't know any of this. So like I gave the chiropractor the paper, and he like read through it, and obviously he understands it all. And he used his little models to very specifically explain what's actually going on. So that was cool. I got a medical lesson. He couldn't fix me, but I got a medical lesson.
Yeah. Now the doctor we saw at the BioSpine place was like a legit doctor, because like he didn't spend much time with her, but he looked at her results. He asked her to do a couple things.
He knew what he was talking about.
And then he was like spouting off stuff to a guy who was typing her prescriptions and stuff. And, you felt like you were watching like a medical drama or something.
Even the girl that came in and like typed all my info into the computer.
It was a very different experience.
She was like, she asked a question, and then she'd click, 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 type, click, click, click. Like it was
much more.
It was an experience that I haven't had in a minute.
It was a much more, what's the word I'm looking for? It gave us a lot more confidence that they knew what they were talking about. Maybe they didn't, but they gave me the impression that they did.
Well, the other thing that was really nice about that was he was like, you need an MRI and physical therapy, and I will set you up with those places. And both of those places called me.
Yeah, because when I went to that place and they told me to get physical therapy and an MRI, that was actually the neurosurgeon that they sent me to. They sent me to a neurosurgeon, and that guy was useless. He told me to get acupuncture, and that's another thing I don't have a lot of confidence in. But and like to get physical therapy, but didn't give me any guidance. And I tried to set up physical therapy and wasn't successful. And because I couldn't get an MRI, and then it kind of got better, and I just forgot about it. But it was not. I did not leave the neurosurgeon feeling like I talked to somebody that knew what they were talking about. So if I have to go back to a neurosurgeon, it won't be that one. I can tell you that. Traction or an inversion table would be good for you. I've thought about inversion tables, because I know I've heard that too, and I know they're not super expensive, so we may be looking into that. Yeah. Gina said her pool therapy is really good. I could see that.
We could go to the pool.
Yeah, I could see that.
What is Les has a lot of words. What's his say?
Les says, I'm always amazed to hear people say that healthcare is a privilege and not a right, when we did reach a point where we think it's okay for people to become sick and possibly die due to no access. Well, and even if you have insurance, it's like so difficult. And I don't know. I don't know if it's not like that in other countries, but
I don't know. I mean, I had to wait.
I read things that say it's not like that in other countries,
And
and I read other things that say it is. So I don't know.
To get this appointment that I had yesterday, I called them Monday morning, first thing when I got to work, because I wasn't feeling great, and my coworker walked in, and she was like, "You need to go to that doctor," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Where do I go?" She said, "Call Biospine." So that was the first thing that I did. But the first appointment, they said we can get you at the Tampa location on Thursday morning, or the Lakeland location on the 25th. And I'm like, well,
at this point she can't move.
I'm like, well, I'm going to die before Thursday, and I'm going to be buried by the 25th. So I guess I'll figure out how to get through the next 3 days.
Yep. Yeah, I hear you, Les. It's not a good scenario, but hopefully we are over the hill. Well, I'm over the hill. That's the problem. But hopefully we're over the hump, and now she's starting to feel not great, but she's starting to feel a lot better than she did. So hopefully she can get this under control.
I don't currently have pain shooting through my toes.
No. Just numbness, right?
It's just, yeah, my foot's totally numb.
I mean, yesterday she could not have been sitting here at all. So it's definitely been an improvement. And the day before, like we couldn't even get her out of bed. Like she couldn't get out of the bed. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. So we're not there anymore.
Hopefully we don't go back there.
I hope not.
I think these meds that this doctor prescribed are helping.
Yeah.
I just hope it helps long enough for the issue to get better.
Yeah. Well,
so that when I'm no longer on them, it doesn't all come back.
That's where the physical therapy, I think, ultimately is what will hopefully fix the problem.
I'm going to try and get a standing desk at work.
Yeah.
We'll see if that goes through or not.
But hey, you know what? At least this didn't happen to either one of us right before a cruise.
I know.
Because this would totally have, like, I was in a lot of pain during our Margaritaville cruise, and I almost couldn't make it to the car the day we were leaving that cruise.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't walk, not like her, but and I was able to snorkel and stuff, but it was close. But that last day, like I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get off the ship. I managed. It was not easy, but I managed. But but if it was like what she's going through right now, we would have canceled the cruise. Like there wouldn't have been an option. It would have sucked real bad if that would have been the case. But yeah, probably not good to be on your feet for a long time though. Yeah, she'll have to find that balance, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want an all the time standing desk. I just want one that if I need to stand, I have that option.
Yeah. And for me, because I had the same thing, just not as severe as her. And for me, getting up on my feet was helpful. Like I would start, like if I sat for a long time, I was in pain. But if I got up, I was in pain. But if I got up and I could get past it, but everybody's different and every situation is
like
different.
Ice worked for you.
Right.
Heat worked for me.
Ice was the magic bullet for mine. Ice is what helped me. But hello, Adrian. Hi, that's horrible. I am Native American. As long as I live in Oklahoma, they pay for my health care, but I do have some horror stories with my health.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that. It's such a happy topic tonight. You know what though? Here's how I'm going to flip it. When you have these kind of situations in your life, it does sort of make you re-examine things and really consider what we take for granted in life. Just the simple things um, that we can do, that some people are in situations that they can't, that we complain, and you have a few days like this and you're like, wow, I have really no right to complain about
I've
about my life normally.
I've been
So
watching a lot of movies just because watching stuff then gets my mind off of, as much as it can, the pain. Um, so it's really funny that some of the times that I've seen people like bend over certain ways or move a certain way, and I look at that and I'm like, you're so lucky.
yeah, I mean, and some people are way worse than any situation
Oh, of course.
we've dealt with, and so it puts that in perspective. Um, how about magic mushroom therapy? Just kidding. Hey, you know what? When you're desperate, you try about anything.
I considered some gummies.
Ice is the best for inflammation, heat to relax the muscles. You can go back and forth. And I think that's what she was having, was muscle spasms. I wasn't having muscle spasms. I was having inflammation, pain. And so the heat was making things feel good, but as soon as the heat was gone, I was worse. Whereas for her muscles were so cramped up. Ice wasn't doing anything for her, but the heat really started to relax those muscles, and the muscle relaxers, I'm sure, started to relax those muscles and just not using them. Um, you know, it's it's hard because we complain about the doctors, and there's some legitimate complaints there, but at the same time, everybody is different. I think we've you find all these people who have gone through similar things when you're going through that, and and they give you their experience and what worked for them and what didn't work for them, and they're sometimes they're completely contradictory, and it's essentially the same problems. So you got to find what works for your situation, and I guess your body and stuff like that. uh Les says gummies.
Yeah, there was a point that I was like, I don't care what it's gonna take. I will take and do anything at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I considered it
yeah,
pretty hard.
when you're in those moments, it really
I told Matt
challenges
I
you
understand
mentally.
how people get in those situations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
end up taking things that they shouldn't, or taking more than they should, or
Yep.
I get it, because there was a couple times that I was like, just I don't care what you give me if it's going to make it go away.
Right. Yeah. You walk a little bit in somebody else's shoes, and you can really start to see their perspective. That's what I would say. That's what we should all do. We should all walk in other people's shoes for a little bit and see if we can get a better understanding of their perspective. We may still not agree with it, but we may get a better understanding of their perspective.
Viviana's sending me marketplace inversion tables.
Oh, they're not that expensive on Amazon, actually.
No, but these are like, she sent me two of them. One was 35, the other one's 50. I guess people that are just trying to get rid of them.
They're not that much more than that new on Amazon, though. I mean, seriously, they're like if we could have gotten one faster, I probably would have just bought one, but they were going to be like a week away or something, and I'm like, well, that's too far out. But I don't know. So who's got a cruise coming up? Let's turn that frown upside down.
Well, I can say that we have only double digits until ours.
Yeah, that's exciting. Is that first digit a 9 still?
It's still a 9.
Okay, well, but not for much longer. It can't
but
be
the
for much
second number
longer.
is a low number.
Yeah, it's the 2.
It is.
Oh, look at that. That was a guess, but I guessed correctly. So that's good. Kimber, don't let Matt hang you by your feet.
I know, he won't flip me back up.
She's going to play her role as a bat.
Huh.
So 92 days. Les has 140 days. I'm pretty sure Ed and Anita have 92 days. And if Todd and Patty are still in here, they also have 92 days because we're all on the same cruise. So, which that ship was in port today, by the way, Margaritaville. It was indeed, as it is, usually twice a week that ship's in port, right? We don't always see it because sometimes it's a weekend.
And usually it's a Sunday.
Stacy's got 50 days. That's lower than 92. So that's pretty good. Anita says, yay, double digits. That's right. So that's exciting. Anybody else got a cruise countdown? I don't know where JT is tonight. I know Jen and JT released another podcast. It's a real short one. I think just talking about the Carnival debacle, which we haven't talked about. I think enough's been said about it. It's not a good situation. That's what I'll say about that. It is not a happy time for Carnival people. That's what I will say. And I don't know that it's going to change.
Yeah.
But check that out. What else?
If we got an inversion table, where would you keep it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the garage.
Yeah.
Depending on how often we need it.
We'll both just take turns on it.
Yeah, Stacy, very unhappy Carnival cruiser here. Yeah, I know. I feel your pain. Has anybody? Here's the other thing, like that poop cruise.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't either, and I don't even know that I want to. I don't know. I mean, I know like a lot of people watched it. I've seen like people kind of talk about it a little bit. I don't know that I even really care to watch it because I know it's probably like way exaggerated, like most documentaries like that would be. I don't know. Have you guys watched it? Should I watch it? Should I not watch it? Is it stupid? Is it informative? Is it going to change my perspective on cruising? I don't think it will because I understand statistics, but I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Nothing we can do about the Carnival situation, but we got 6 years before the new systems takes over, and then Pat can take me on cruise in a jar. Dang it, Wes! You don't need to be talking like that.
But next September, you should go ahead and jump on and utilize what you've got.
That's right. Todd says we are still here. We have not watched. Yeah. I just don't even have an interest in watching it. I think, like 5 years ago, I would have been all over that thing, but I don't know. I'm sure it's just sensationalized and it was a bad situation. I don't know if probably wasn't handled the best way it could because it was an unprecedented thing. Sometimes shit happens to be to the point. Yeah, I don't know. Stacy says, I watched it and some of the people they interviewed weren't the best interview. Well, they probably interviewed a bunch of people and they chose those people because that's kind of how that kind of thing works, right? Kimbra, I don't jump anywhere anymore.
I'm sorry. I think you should stroll onto that cruise. You can even wheel if you'd like.
Oh, hey, let me check. I know I'm going to be disappointed. I did order one other thing from Amazon Prime, and it says it's arriving today, but it's not out for delivery.
Refresh it.
Oops.
Like go back and go back.
But it's not out for delivery yet. I think it did refresh.
No. Mine doesn't refresh unless I leave and come back into it.
But I saw it change. So it was in an Amazon facility fairly close to here at 5 a.m, but it hasn't made it out for delivery. And at this point, I find it highly unlikely. But the thing that I ordered is a didgeridoo. So if you're not familiar with a didgeridoo, it's an instrument used by the Aborigines in Australia that I don't know that I'll be successful in playing. Kimber's probably hoping I won't be, but I think they're cool. And it was like $30, and I've always wanted one, so I bought a didgeridoo. 43 days, Viviana. 43 days. And she's like here, not because she's into cruising, because she's our friend, I think. Like, she cruises, but she's not like a cruiser.
Yeah.
You know, she likes to cruise. It's all right. Les says I watched it. Meh. Todd says they used footage from Royal Caribbean. One of the cruise directors was annoyed. He was in the shot. Wrong ship, wrong line. That doesn't surprise me at all. That does not even a little bit. Viviana, August 5th. Les said that's a big box for a didgeridoo for shipping. I know, right? It's like you can get them in different sizes. And the one I got, let me see what I ended up getting. Which one? Because it says it. It says the size here. It's got a beeswax mouthpiece. Key of D.
45.5.
So a little under 4 feet. There's the picture of it. I told Kimbra, I said, this afternoon, it hadn't been shipped yet. I said, I think my didgeridoo got broken. And I said, that is something that no man wants to hear, that their didgeridoo got broken. But I'm afraid that's what happened.
I think I need to go lay down.
You do? Okay, we can wrap up.
If you want to end, fine. If you want to stay on, fine. But I need to.
It's 9:30. We can wrap it up because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Mm-hmm. So we will do that. We will wrap up. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry we was talked about like depressing things with the healthcare system, and healthcare in general. But such is life. And hopefully we'll be back with more positive stuff next week. Don't forget to check out that reality show documentary. If you like sharks, watch it on Netflix. All the sharks. And look, let me know what you think of it, because I have opinions from a more academic perspective, but I want to hear other people's opinions too. If you're just like, hey, I think sharks are cool, but I'm not like super knowledgeable at sharks. Like, I'm interested in your opinions. Like, is it less exciting than the other ones? Anyway, if you watch it, let me know. Let me know what you think.
And check us out on Etsy, Dragon Mark Designs.
Dragon Mark Designs. Facebook, Etsy, Instagram.
If you can't find it, reach out to one of us and we can send you a link.
Yep.
We're going to be posting more things. We haven't posted as much as we wanted, but we've got 8 products, 10 products. We've got 10 products up at the moment.
And we've got other products that are ready that we haven't actually posted yet as well. Mostly they're the same things, but different forms of them. But there are some that we haven't even put up.
Yeah.
And then the ones that I'm working on. So yeah. So good night, everybody. Viviana says, I'm here for you guys.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate that, Viviana. And Anita, feel better. Kimbra, love you.
Thank you.
Good night, all. Kimbra, get well. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Have a great week.
Bye.
See you later.